Alright, hello and welcome back to the series where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month. The month for this video is March of 2025, so as always, let's get right into it. Also, I've changed sides, because I like the background a bit better. A couple of weeks back, I got Bleach Rebirth of Souls. It's the newest Bleach. You'll play it, typical anime stuff, play through the entire story, or at least I don't know much of it, I haven't played much of it yet. But so far, it's decent. It's your kind of typical 3D arena fighter game. It has some weird mechanics I don't fully understand yet, but I'm enjoying it plenty, I guess. It's fine. You just play through the story, have a surprisingly long cutscenes. They'll just recreate the stuff from the anime in a, in-game model view. Sorry. And sometimes they have, like, when they're doing, like, flashbacks off, they'll skip an arc and then they'll kind of flashback to what happened in between, like, the start of this place and the next. In some surprisingly beautiful art, watercolory art style, art book kind of things. I really like this. They could have just been lazy and just done text or thrown a glossary or had just still images or something. Oh, this is really nice. I really enjoy these. Some of the best parts of the game, somehow. But yeah, it's fine, I guess. It's the kind of game that sucks to play online because it's. Oh. And that's for me having one game. But yeah, decent. In my own time, I've been playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection, mostly the first game and the second game at this point. I'll probably just play through in order bit by bit. For some reason or another, I decided to play through the first game to hell and back because I wanted to get all the pieces of Exodia, and it has a very funny mechanic where every 10 duels against somebody, you get a specific specified card. It's a preset card. Every other duel, random card, but for the 10th one, you get a random card and a bonus card. For every 10th win up to your 100th. It's pretty cool. I really like the idea. It stops at 100, which sucks because I wish after 100 it was like, I don't know, maybe they're like a rare pool where you'd be more likely to get a certain card or even just an extra card. Anything. Just don't stop it. It's a cool mechanic though. I beat most people in the duel 100 times. There's 100, no, just 16 people. So I've done a lot, but thankfully it has a really great mechanic for this time of games. If you have 5 cards on the field, click the one you want to go with. A. Okay, you've attacked. It will automatically select your next card. So if you want to go through a whole turn and like just 5 on your monsters on your opponent's field, or you're fighting somebody for the 50th time, get 5 cards on the field. Because it was before ending turns, it was before any of that, so it can be, yes, it's old, archaic, original Game Boy Yu-Gi-Oh! But I really like this feature. Playing any other game, they feel slow without it, and I love it. But yeah, old, archaic, fun, but definitely outdated, but I really enjoy it. Also, I'm going to mention this a few times every time I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I feel like it needs to be mentioned. The original Yu-Gi-Oh! On the Game Boy, not even Game Boy Color, 1988, I think. It has an animation with the old piece of Exodia, unlike Legacy of the Duelist on PS4. I just want to point that out because I feel like it needs to be mentioned. Game Boy, they went above and beyond for that one. I'm happy they did it. Every game should have an animation for Exodia Victory. I played a little bit of the second one. It's a bit more slow, like I said, but it's basically a remake. It's a glorified remaster of the first game. I'm going to be honest. It's in color. There have what type advantage and stuff. Fire will automatically kill a forest card. Forest will automatically beat wind, which also slows the game down. It's nice to have a bit more depth to it, but it does slow it down. We're like, I got this card 2000 attack, yes, and now I'm gonna win in like 2 turns. And then, oh, he had a face down card of an opposite type, gone. It really sucks when it happens in dudes against like, the weakest people, but the first 4 dudes are exactly the same. You beat them 5 times, you move on. I don't know who's next yet, I haven't gotten that far, but so far, yeah, it's a glorified remaster of the first game, I have to be honest. Pretty much everything in terms of new stuff, I've been playing in my own time, so I guess onto the stuff I've been doing here and on Twitch. I finished The Suffering Ties That Bind, and I use that word loosely because I got to the final boss. You had to hit him with your like transformed state. I think you hit him like 5 times and you win. I hit him like 3 times. The game kept freezing. Every time I tried to reload, it would just freeze either 5 seconds later or when I got a hit or two. I basically beat him, and then I decided to look up the last cutscenes. I'm glad I just stopped because I think I spent like 3 hours trying to beat him, reloading, freezing, dying. For 3 endings you can get depending on your morality, depending if you kill random civilians or not. They all kind of suck. Overall, it's hard to say fully how I feel about the game, but it's bad. It's badly controlled. It's badly. Like, the camera is garbage. But there is a weird pull to it that I cannot explain. There's a weird draw. It compelled me. But yeah, I never want to play it again. It made me genuinely dizzy. Like, I played this game for a while, and I feel a feeling when you spend like 24 hours awake, and you have that instant where you're like, ooh, okay, it's hitting me. That's how it felt every time I stopped playing it. So, but yeah, I pretty much beat it. I'd consider myself to have beaten it. All thing I'd say that absolutely is a positive about this game: enemy design, no notes, absolutely unbelievably cool. I started playing once again Final Fantasy 13 for the first time in like 12 years since I got the Platinum Trophy back then. It's been over 15 years since the game came out, just about. Still hoping for a remaster someday. I'm kind of afraid that the second I'm like halfway through this game, they're like, yeah, remaster coming very soon. I'm like, fine, fine. Guess I won't be doing this again. But so far, I'm like 4 streams in, I think. It's been such a beautiful thing to go back to. The characters are still just as likable as I remember. The combat system is, it's really fun. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's fucking really fun and flashy and cool. I know people have to complain like, oh, you just have one for this, one for that, one for auto battle stuff, but come on. Just tapping X to win in most random encounters, isn't that pretty much how all the games were? For a bunch of the like a huge chunk of the encounters, you'd just be like that. I've literally seen people playing something like Final Fantasy 4 and they'll be there like reading chat like, yeah, yeah, I don't really like modern Final Fantasy. They just kind of play themselves. Yeah, they just kind of play themselves. I don't like that. But yeah, it's great to be back to 13, and like everyone will agree, even people who hate the game, the music, the fucking music, is beautiful. Even when people hate the game, that's the one thing they have to concede. The music is on just some of the best of the best. As for Let's Play stuff, there's really nothing new to say, but I did finish the 2 things I have been playing. Contra was the first one I finished, and it was like last Saturday, so just a few days ago. Well, just been 2 days. Sorry, yesterday was a long day. It's kind of got me. Contra is the original, very original game. What can I say? It's one of the most difficult games in a lot of ways. You're going to die a lot. I died a lot on screen. That's only the tip of the iceberg. You don't see the hours and hours and hours I spent getting back. You don't see the rage of that. Like, you don't see me go here. Like, oh, it's 2 o'clock. Okay, I've died. I'll be back when I'm back, and then I can stop recording. Then I'm back like 6 o'clock. I go, well, I finally got back to level of 5 because this game's only 8 levels, which kind of shocked me. I thought it'd be way longer, but I did it. I eventually did it. One of the original difficult side-scrolling shooters that everybody seems to regard, a lot of people seem to regard, especially like people who played around that time, as one of the hardest games, if not the hardest of all time. I wouldn't go that far. Honestly, I think Tom and Jerry on the NES was harder than that. And that's not a knock against this. Tom and Jerry was a difficult fucking beast. But definitely a tough one. Hours and hours of off screen just like trying to get back. I didn't use save states, I didn't use any kind of cheats, I didn't use the Konami code because 30 lives seemed like a bit much. But I did it. Honestly, I can't even give the game any faults. Everything that happens to me, every death, it's my fault. I accidentally, like, I'll try to jump, aim down, and shoot, but because you can jump down through platforms, sometimes I press it in the wrong order. It's like, I'm gonna shoot this guy. Whoops, and I'll die. My fault. There was once where I was trying to shoot the enemy, I was like holding up. I tried to jump and press right and shoot straight forward, but for some reason I kept shooting up right. I'm using a D-pad. You kind of notice if you're pressing the wrong button, but so that I don't know if that was the game's fault or me. It happened once, and that was today when I was playing it again for myself because I wanted to see. Because you get loops, you beat the game and go through it again on a harder loop. Only difference I noticed was in a couple of times I was like, oh, there usually wasn't an enemy there. Oh, he didn't usually run out of there, but that just kind of happens anyway sometimes. Like in the first life, you'd be running across the bridge 9 times out of 10, nothing. Sometimes there's like 3 enemies just running at you, so it's hard to tell. Only other fault, there is one. 90% of the game, you can run through any weapon you want and you'll be fine. Whether you have the spreader, which is the best weapon, and you can have that with rapid fire, or you have nothing. You just have your basic fire, you are fine. There's one part where you have to have the spreader to shoot these tanks. I'm pretty sure. Maybe you can have a different weapon, but nothing else I had. I like the tank is like 4 stages. You shoot a few times, it changes color, then again, then again, and it dies. With any other weapon, I was lucky to get one color gone. So that kind of sucks. The fact you need one specific weapon, and if you lose it or miss it, you're guaranteed to lose 2 lives. That's kind of shit. I really don't like that. Also, a lot of people have tried to do stuff like no hit challenges, and at the start that seemed like an impossible, like crazy shit. But I'm gonna be honest, I think I can see how it's doable now. I'm not saying I could do it. I can get to level 5 just about without losing a life or getting a hit. But after playing it more, I can definitely see how that could be doable. It'd be very frustrating because you get like level 7 or oops, I jumped wrong, boom. One random stray bullet, boom. But I can definitely see how it's doable, and I nearly would like to attempt it at some point. But overall, I have to say, absolute, can easily see and agree, masterpiece. The game is virtually perfect, and I can easily see how it became such a huge thing, especially for when it came out. And I'm glad to have finally finished it for the first time. What a genuine, perfect, or almost perfect masterpiece. And lastly, Yu Gi Oh! Forbidden Memories. This fucking asshole of a game. Is it nostalgic and did I have a great time in a lot of it? Absolutely. Does it have the most fun fusion system I've ever played in a Yu Gi Oh! Game? Easily. But holy shit, man. It is an unfair, cheap, difficult mess. And I'm not just being a whiny little bitch or like, oh, I lost, it's cheating, where? No, no. Apparently, people have done like game shortcuts to be able to check the opponent's hand, and they will switch what's in their hand midway through. Apparently, Seto, the final, not final battle, but he's the most difficult in the game because at the end of this game, there's a gauntlet of 7 duels in a row. And if you lose one, you're back to the beginning. Sorry, no, not even back to the beginning. That'd be a fucking upgrade. Back to the title screen. Load game. Wait for a bunch of loading screens. Wait for a bunch of exit stuff. Beat one guy. Go through a labyrinth like right, wait, right, left, right. Then fight 5 more people. The first guy is difficult because they'll be like, "Oh, you got a 20-headed thunder dragon in your first hand." I'm not kidding here. I fought this guy once, 8 times in a row. 7 of those times, the first card in his hand, Gate Guardian, 3,750 attack. Even stuff like the password system, yeah, it can help, but you need star chips for that to get new cards. To get new cards with a code. How do you get star chips? You beat opponents. You get, if you do the absolute perfect game, you get a grand total of, wow. So how much was an easy card like Beast Fangs, which will give me 500 extra attack cost? 800. If you're also great at math, that's 160 duels, if I'm counting right. With a perfect rank. Yeah, you can get an S rank just by beating your opponent fast enough, but there's certain cards you have to get like a Tech A or S rank. How do you do that? Drain your opponent's deck completely, which means 40 turns roughly. Or do a bizarrely specific set of numbers, because doing this thing gives you a point, doing this thing loses a point. I'll do a review for this at some point soon, just a quick little talk about it full. So I'll explain more there. I'm not going to make this too long because I don't have much time. But overall, fun, nostalgic, has its good points, but god, what a mess of a game too. Oh. It just seemed cheap. Like the amount of times the opponent would get the perfect card at the perfect time, crazy. And if you're lucky and get the perfect rank, you have a grand high number of 1.7% maybe of getting the card that you want. For battles, could take like 10, 15 minutes if you do, because you're going to have to take a rank. I'm not kidding. I play Infinity Nikki every day since it came out, at least for a little while. I haven't turned on my PS5 in 4 days. I missed 4 days or so of it. Because when I would get home from work, I would spend just in the background even, sometimes 4 or 5 hours, for one time 12 hours. What a fucking mess. It hooks you in its own awful way, but yeah, that's everything I've been playing this month. Oh wait, actually, I did beat Forbidden Memories, which I can say I think I'm in a small group of people. I can say that, especially legitimately. This game is infamous. Yeah, that's it. That's everything I've been playing this month. As always, let me know what you've been playing, what you've gone back to, and I'll see you for the next one. Hopefully, there won't be multiple games on it that make me want to rip my hair out that time. Maybe it'll be an easy month for me. I won't play 2 games at the same time that are driving me crazy. But yeah, see you for the next one. See you then.